Where is the trickier situation right now? Is it between the U.S. and Iran or the U.S. and Iraq?
Well, it's definitely between U.S. and Iran, but also it is at some level between the U.S. and Iraq. But the more dangerous confrontation that can unfold in the future is between the U.S. and Iran. Look, there will be a retaliation from the Iranians. Once the supreme leader says there will be a retaliation, that means that the system will have to obey, and there will be a retaliation. The question is when, how long it takes to unfold. What we heard from the Iranian officials and people close to them is that this is going to target military installations, because that's how they define proportionality. One of their military guy was gunned down, and the response is going to be on military installation. Now, how it's going to unfold, this retaliation, is going to be through cyber attacks on military installation, or is it going to lead to human losses, physical losses to physical assets? That's what is unknown. However, also we have to watch the situation in Iraq. We had the Council of Representatives yesterday meet and vote on a decision to ask the removal of the U.S. forces from Iraq. And we heard today that the Iraqi Prime Minister met with the U.S. ambassador to Iraq to start agreeing or working out a joint plan that will allow withdrawal of U.S. forces. So things are moving on both fronts.
Let me jump in and ask two quick questions. As you sort of handicapped the ways in which Iran might retaliate, it sounded as though you were posing an either-or, either cyber attacks or physical attacks against human assets or military assets. Why couldn't it be both? Why won't it be both?
I think it can be both. I think they can use a number of tactics. The question is going to be proportionality and how they define proportionality, because the last thing they want is to have the U.S. respond in a disproportionate way that can lead everybody into an all-out war. Iran does not want an all-out war. So they are going to calibrate their response in a way to not to invite that kind of response that will drag them into an all-out war with the United States. And that will involve a number of tactics, and some of them could be cyber, and some of them could be just assaults on military assets.
I'm just curious. We have news now that China has urged calm, that says it will be relentless in trying to save the Iran nuclear deal from falling apart. How much pull does China have in Middle East politics?
Look, China has been now, trying to carve a bigger niche for itself in Middle East politics. They have been focusing mostly on the economic aspect of bilateral relations between China and different countries of the region. There was expectations, from the U.S. but also from Europe for China to play more of a role in the political space of the Middle East region. Until now, they have been reluctant to do that. I think now I can see them trying to get to play that role, partly because of the threats to their economic interest in the region.
Who runs Iraq, Randa? Who runs it?
Well,
Iran or the Iraqis?
Right now, Iraq. There is an Iraqi caretaker cabinet, but based on the decision of the Council of Representatives yesterday, it's very clear that Iran has a large sway and influence over how decisions get made in Iraq.